language is it?
Orin.
Oh, okay.
Hang on.
What did you say the language? Orin. What kind of language is that?
Yeah, Bart
It's what
might
things
have like shit ton of languages.
I know Aklo.
I mean, I should know a lot of languages, but I haven't even made it official that I know a lot of languages, so I'm kind of annoyed at myself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, actually, can I ask an out-of-character question?
Sure.
I have one more language to pick, but I wanted to pick one that was local to the area, you know, something appropriate. So.
Yeah, that's a very good question, because speaking of languages, that's slightly off topic, but if I remember correctly, last time the only party member that understood the orcs was Jai, yes?
Yes, it was.
So I'm guessing right now, does anybody else have orc language?
No, I don't, but I'll have
do.
to pick it.
Yes, it might be considered local, so it's completely understandable that you might take it.
No, that's good, because it makes sense as an early language, especially as an elf as well, who would probably...
Sure, that's orc language is completely okay.
Okay, cool, I'll pick orc then.
Question, do you get as many languages as you have in linguistic skills?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have like 12 in linguistics, so yeah, I need to pick some language, but I had no idea what to pick, so I kind of ignored it. Oh god.
Well, you can add it on later date, like what you wanna add.
I tell you what I've got, just in case you want to fill any gaps. I've got Common, Elvish, Orc, Giant, Draconic, Celestial, Abyssal, Infernal, and Sylvan.
Yeah, I'll probably at least I'll at least stick with Draconian because I have no idea. And
There's something like Aklo and Undercommon are really good, and I think there's an undead language.
I also have Celestial, and I also have Orin, which is what like harpies would speak or like plane of air stuff would speak.
Really? Oh, that's really weird. Oh, that's
It's basically just like flying stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if harpies would speak it, but it's like anything that you would find on the plane of air, you could communicate with it in Orin, pretty much.
Yeah, sure. Well, you know, as long as we've got a good spread. So, guys, what do you think about the plan for tonight is to go and talk to people in the town and see if we can gather some information about stuff? Or whatever. Or alternative, we could just have a drink and go to bed and wait. We could do that. Have a drink, go to bed, and wait for the more interesting thing of this guy's return.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. I am getting rather tired after all.
Yes, no, we've had a long day. We've been to space.
We met Crow Man. We met a giant tentacle monster. We met a kinky
Little guy in a
yellow
robe.
dude.
Yeah, and if we had infinite time to play, we could play out some stuff for tonight, but we don't. So let's
Yeah, I'm guessing
mix that all in tomorrow.
most of you has to end at 10 p.m. Is that right? Or
Yeah, sure. So let's go to bed and then get up tomorrow for the day of his return, and we can go through that day. Yeah.
So, you mean should we end this session here right
No,
now?
no.
there is.
I was just wondering if that's what you were trying
End
to say.
our character's day.
Yeah, okay.
Like-
I was
And then
just
wake up.
wondering if you meant that or not.
To be completely
No,
honest,
sorry,
I
that's
have
okay.
only one more thing prepared, like the talk with the Robert and like explaining what you might do next time, if you would want to.
Yeah, sure. And maybe someone to beat up, because I want to flex my magical muscles.
Yeah, sure. That I'm guessing next time it will be. You will have a lot of chances to
Beat shit up.
fuck shit up.
Okay.
If we're heading to an Genker is going to start a poker tournament and see if he can rack in some more gold.
Yeah, I
Oh,
need
that's
some gold. I need to buy like at least 2 random magic items before I'm even really good at combat.
Oh god, I need about 40,000 gold coins, but yeah, not yet.
Well, okay, if like Genhiro is going with poker, I don't
Poking.
suppose you have any kind of skill checks for that. But no, I think bluff check might be good.
Bluff is always good,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
sleight of hand is good.
You know what? You know what?
Yeah.
I'll play poker with him.
He's going to get all of your gold.
I tell you what, if you're in,
You play
poker,
what?
let's
Actually, never
all
mind.
play.
Wait, I don't have bluff as a. I thought I had bluff
Let's
as a
all-
trained skill. Never mind. I am not playing poker with him.
I'll
You're
play-
probably gonna end up without all your armor.
I don't have armor. I'm a
No,
monk.
then you're just going to steal everything you have, if you have anything, or you're just not a poor monk.
I'll
I have
play.
some pretty fancy stuff, so I don't want to lose it.
Exactly.
Alright, come one, come all. Face the
Yeah, I'll
greatest
give-
poker
I'll-
tournament
I'll give it a go.
in Pinewood.
Okay, so everybody from players who wants to play poker, you can roll your bluff or sleight of hand checks. Which one is better for you? Or which one you wanna use?
Could do intimidate.
God, yeah, that's,
You'd better not win this round.
I don't really think intimidate will work.
Fold.
Right? Bluff
Might start a bar
is
fight.
Yeah,
37.
intimidate would work if you like throwing down 1,000 gold coins on the table.
with that kind of explanation, I can agree with it.
However, I'm not going to. I'll chuck down 20 to start off with, just as a bid to show that I'm serious in the game. Yeah.
I mean, well, just roll your skills, and with the results, I will see how much gold you might get.
Okay. We're also, I'm assuming, taking this opportunity to chat with the guys, listen to any rumours, yeah?
Yeah.
Did that work? I just rolled. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Crap roll. Never mind.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad roll, but yeah, don't.
Well,
Dangerous,
against
like,
level 1 farmers and stuff, it'd be alright.
Basically, I don't roll for NPCs and just simply say that Genkiro gained.
I probably lose. Genkiro probably wins, frankly.
Not really.
Frankly, we should be thrashing everyone at poker.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. But 160 GP, that's good. But more importantly, do we hear anything interesting?
Yeah, there are a lot of different stuff because, well, most of all people talk about the war, the attack on Fort Darkwell, the probable invasion. They also talk that they are not feeling completely secure in the city because there are not such a lot of guards. And well, there was a fucking almost zombie invasion yesterday, so they are pretty upset by that.
Okay.
They also saying that this connects this is the work of some kind of necromancer or something, because they are telling there were some murders, the
Oh, yeah.
small villages disappeared around in this area. So yeah.
Okay, well, I throw back at 160 GP, yeah? But I throw in 20 GP to the bar for drinks for everybody, just to keep the atmosphere and us friendly, and then I go to bed.
Okay.
Well, you know how this goes. If somebody says drinks on the house or drinks on me, they immediately loved by everyone, at least for this day.
So is that alright? 20 GP, will that pay for everybody?
Sure, 20 GP, no problem.
Okay, cool. In that case, leaving in good spirits, I'll go to bed after that.
I start sitting on a table and meditating.
And Genkiro keeps racking in gold.
Yeah,
Specifically the
Genkiro.
poker table. I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
Genkiro. Well, because people are in high spirits, they are not bothered by levitating guy. they think, well, that's his thing. We are drinking, we are having fun, so it's everything's okay.
His companion paid for our beer. We can go. We can stand a couple of these things.
If we put the floating person, will he float away?
Hey, look,
Floating outside the window.
I'm a motherfucking balloon.
I'm not floating though. I'm just sitting on the table.
Yeah. Before we go to another age, just a quick question to Genkiro, because, well, we are ranking in poker. If I
Yep.
remember correctly, you have quite big charisma, yeah? Like 18 or 20?
Hang on, let me check. I have 20 charisma.
Well, so you, by the you are looking through people, they are in high spirits, and you get the feeling that, well, one or two ladies are like looking at you, you know, in specific way.
Haha, bad luck being a monk.
Alright. Are these two women hot?
Roll to see if they are hot.
You know, there are roles for hotness. There are.
Oh man.
And you know what? Because those. If you are asking Genhiro, if you're what? First of all, in which inn are you? Are you in Finding Quiver, or you found another inn completely?
What's the flashiest, most expensive one?
Yeah,
well,
what's the
well,
flashes?
well, the best inn in town is Fainting Quiver.
Fainting Quiver it is. Oh, also, any of these hot girls, are they elves?
Well, I didn't have like the picture prepared. Like I have prepared tokens, but they are not.
Oh no, it's fair enough. It's just like...
They are not uploaded. I will like give you after a session, but I think one of those is an elf.
This is a-
I think I'm not completely sure from the picture.
Lysander's a little bit racist, so he prefers elves.
I mean, like they are not interested in you specifically. They are rather interested in Genhiro.
Stupid slags. I might have to use charm person and shit like that. I've got loads of spells.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Okay. So
No, I
one
won't.
of
I'll just go
those.
to bed.
One of those is like Genhiro you remember from yesterday. Like she was like this sorcerer in rather revealing clothes. Like she was in
Yeah.
this party where there are 3 women and a kid. And yeah, she's hot. She's very hot. I won't roll for this. I wish that say that she's
A
like
hot sorcerer. Ooh.
She's like 17 or 18, like hot. I will give you a token or picture later. Like she's really good looking. And the second woman is just like, you didn't see her before, but she's, well, you know. Well, let's just see.
She loses. Go for the hot one.
She's 16 hot, so that's pretty good. Also.
Go for
Get
the
them
hot one.
both.
Okay, so Genhiro, a question for you. Do you feel lucky?
Do you feel lucky?
Yeah.
Puck?
Feel lucky, punk.
We're up all night to have fun.
Do you wanna have fun
We're
night?
up all night to get lucky. Yeah, so depending on the way these two women wink at me, and I'm going to offer them a glass of mead or absinthe.
Jesus Christ, really?
Okay, so by paying your money, you like give them some drinks, so everything's fine. Well, to not prolong this, so basic question for you, Genhiro, is do your character has a need or plans to get late tonight?
Remember, everyone, drinking alcohol makes you think your diplomacy bonus is higher.
You always roll 20 after drinking it. At least in
Well, I
your
have
mind.
20 charisma and I'm a fox. I think I'm going to get late tonight.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, you will just give me a basic charisma check.
Alright.
Well, we are not playing Monster Hearts, so we can avoid this.
23.
Okay, so it seems
Just
like
make him have to make a fortitude
they,
save.
they,
Oh god.
no, not really. Well, if you would roll lower, that's out of character. You would get the feeling that they are with you only because of your looks.
Mm.
And
So
with
you
that
have
roll,
to
get-
and with that roll, you like proved by your treat how you treated them and how like you made this night very interesting for them.
Who cares?
How much you paid and so on and so forth.
You treat them good, so they will also remember you from that. So yeah, and you get both.
Nice.
Oh, you lucky twat.
I think both definitely requires a fortitude save.
Why is
Or
that?
be exhausted all of tomorrow.
You know what? For the rules, roll fortitude save. I don't have fucking idea what the DC will be, but just for the rules.
Right? No.
Jesus. I really took it out of you.
Yeah, you get the feeling that it was first time since a while, so your back is pretty hurting.
Worth it.
Something along the lines. But yeah, definitely worth it.
Considering you're a monk level 7 monk who should be at the peak of physical perfection, they must have be
I'm
hurt.
the monk, not him.
Oh, sorry, it's Genkiro. It's Genkiro, the sexy bard, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's a fox.
He
Yep.
can shape change.
Okay, so
Come
so
on.
let's roll for tomorrow morning. When people wake up, they get ready, gather their stuff. And
So we're gonna roll a luck check whether or not Genkiro got robbed or anything?
Well, didn't he roll very high in his diplomacy? They think it's nice.
Yes.
Or maybe-
But he performs terribly.
Exactly. They may change their mind.
Hey, I'm a great lover.
Well, when you get up, Genkiro, like one of them says that, well, maybe next time we will get the blue potion.
Suddenly, joke fell flat.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose I just drank myself into stupor.
Like always.
Yeah,
Just
so like.
kill those sluts.
I open my eyes and I'm still sitting on the table most likely.
Yeah, nobody gives a damn.
Yes.
Right. Well, I do my morning ritual of learning spells and casting extended mage armor for the day.
Okay.
That's 14 hours. So
Cool, no problem.
Oh, by the way, Elmrodu.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Zach.
Yep.
As I've joined the party, would you like a mage armor for the day? Because you can have it. I prepared 2, one for you.
Sure.
Well, okay, I'll give you 7 hours of +4 armor. Because
Useful.
so almost all of the day you should have because you can't wear armor, can you? But you can take an armor bonus from mage armor.
Yep.
Yes, I can.
So that's what I figured. That's why I prepared it because I knew we had a monk in the party. I figured that'd be good.
Cool. Very good. Very good.
It'll be more useful when we're fighting, but hey.
Yeah, but I can do it every day. I've got loads of
Yeah.
first level spells.
Very good. Okay, before we continue, just a quick notice that for like renting the rooms in the tavern and for buying all the drinks and so on, aside from like who paid for the whole house, like 20G?
Oh, I did.
Okay, so aside from you, you don't like go with this. The rest of you who like bought something and rented a room, like take 5 gold pieces from.
Oh yeah, I've got
I
to ask.
neither bought anything or rented a room.
I've got to ask the bar staff that as residents, I presume we can keep a room for tonight, and we're welcome in tonight. Because I
that's
don't
probably
want
true.
us being kicked out while the party's on. or before the party's on, and you want to make sure that we're allowed in.
Well, your trick with keeping the high spirits and paying for full house makes, yeah, you are making a good
Impression.
Cool.
Yeah, you are like helping his business, so you won't be kicked out and
Right.
so on.
Okay. In that case, that's great. Let's go out and watch the parade as the big man comes back home.
I mean, yeah, okay. It's like I'm guessing you might like your imagination says that it's something like when in Rome, like the leader returns and he's got like her triumph. Like how do you say that in English? Triumph. It's not exactly like that. Basically,
okay.
you can from the one of the gates you can see that there's convoy of not convoy. Basically, a column of people on horses that are returning. Of course, in front there's Robert Augustus. There are some of the soldiers, but
The reason why I thought it was like a Roman triumph is because he's called Augustus. You see, hence the confusion.
Okay. No, sorry. That's basically it's his surname. That's maybe I had a bad idea with it. But
No, it's a good name. It's a good name for a
stuck in
character.
it. So yeah, basically to not prolong these things because I think our time is slowly ending. He comes back, people come back, the injured are like treated in the temples, yada yada yada, like people are like, families are reunited, all this fucking stuff. And there's a time where you, I'm guessing if you don't want to say it, you as a party meet with him and Pope, for now only him and like Robert Augustus and Pope head cleric Leoria. And to quicken things up, like there's information sharing and talking about getting something and this two birds with one stone. Basically, the most important thing you get from this meeting is that, well, I'm not an expert in these things because, as you know, I'm just simple like captain of the city guard, so I'm not into like magical artifacts. But from what I've heard, what legends, stories have been going around, our enemies, orcs and hill giants stationed in the Baliard's Fang in the fortress, might have some kind of artifact that will be useful to you, that has some serious firepower. And and that second stone is that, well, as you might guess, we really are stretched thin. We don't have manpower to conduct an assault directly onto the fortress. We cannot risk this many people, especially when, as I hear, we have another like dangers looming around. So I really don't want to risk.
Don't need it, Robert. We've got 4 of us. We're fine.
But as I was saying, if you get to the fortress, I'm guessing you might have some kind of possibility to sneak there or infiltrate the area. I don't know, I'm just guessing. And there's another thing that you can do in this fort. If frontal assault is not an option in our case, we can strike their morale and like disorganize them if we take down one of their leaders. We already taken care of one of their war chiefs, and he looks at Genkiro and Totiros, basically the people who were rescuing his brother.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the previous sessions that they say someone, and aside from that, because they were so fucking good and the Bard spell of Greece is so fucking good, they also managed to capture one of the war chiefs, orc war chiefs.
Well, that sounds like a really good plan. We could capture or kill one of the war chiefs. That will demoralize them, and then they will let us easier to get and take their fortress. Sounds like a good idea.
Well, it's not only the one. Like, if we are lucky and you meet them, you might be able to take down most of the war chiefs who are responsible for this area.
Oh, really?
If you cut off their heads, I think our problem with potential war with these guys will be over. If you,
Lysander, what illusion spells do you know?
What illusion spells? Right, out of character. I haven't bought my spell book yet. That's where I've left out.
we will deal with that
But
between
on me-
sessions
on
or
me-
after session or next session.
On me, infiltration skills I've got include very high stealth, 15 stealth. I've got invisibility. I've got fly spell. I got a Slayer ability, which means I can use stealth at full speed rather than having to go half speed. And if we're going to do a sneak thing, then for the day I'll learn some other. I'll learn like more bits of invisibility to cast on everybody, for example. So that if we're going to do a sneak thing, I can change my spells to being all sneaky for everybody.
So we just have to find a way to make the Cavalier sneaky then.
Yes, that's going to work. My sneak check has been like 2 or 3 and
Well,
stuff.
we can do it by. It'll take some time, but we can make him invisible and cast silence on him.
Okay.
I mean, well, in terms of infiltration, we really have a lot of possibilities. As long as you explain, like give a good explanation, I will go with
absolutely.
most everything.
No, absolutely. I'm just saying that but it's good for us to have this discussion. If we're going to do a sort of sneaky thing, then we're going to have to set everything up. And
Sure.
presumably the spellcasters will have to, for instance, Elmorodu probably has stuff like obscuring mist, right?
Darkness as well.
Yeah, darkness, for example. So anything like that, we can pull together, and it depends how we're going to, and disguise and bluff, as our TM says. But we'll sort out. We'll decide on a way as quickly as possible. We could probably do it in the out of character thread before we meet up next week. Yeah, or at least if we know where we're going.
Sure, if you wanna like avoid like planning during the session and like go straight into the action, you can completely plan the whole action.
Yeah, because then we
in the
can
topic.
plan sort of spells out and things like that. You know what I mean?
Sure, of course, that's very good. And you know where you will be going to the
And that's Baliar thing. And how far is that in terms of travelling?
From Pinewood.
Well, it's about a day to the fort, correct?
Well, yeah, in straight line it's 30 miles. I don't know how you like
So
change
about-
it to kilometers.
So in that case, it's probably better to go to Fort Tyre in one night, and then because going 30 miles and then assaulting a place is a crazy thing to do.
Yep.
So if we went to like Fort Tyre and then planned what we do for the next day, is Fort Tyre a friendly place?
Yep.
Okay, we'll do Fort Tyre in one day, and then we can go to Baliar's Fang the next day. You know what I mean?
I would even, well, I guess we should wait for the planning, but I would say we might even want to take 2 days to get there.
Yeah, absolutely. Basically, we want to be able to do it take it easy as we can, because it's going to be hard work when we get there.
Yeah, because you know that the two main roads leading to the fort are like defended by these smaller camps.
Okay, right. So there's a smaller camp on top, isn't there, as well? So, as a plan, we can get to Fort Tyre in one day. We can take out one camp the next day, and then camp out in the mountains, try and find a cave or something.
Yeah, you can also. Yeah, you completely can try to move through the mountains, like try to sneak your way in. Of course, it will require climbing checks, but yeah, sure, that's
No. But you know, as a general plan,
that's completely possible. Yes,
it
sure.
will obviously change.
Well, if we do go through the mountains, I can make 4 70-foot long bridges in a day.
Oh yeah, cool. Well, anything like that. I mean, we don't want to go over anything too rocky, because we want to make sure that Otteros's horse is still with us.
It's a pretty good horse.
Just out of character, I don't wanna advise you too much, but I'm just wondering, does nobody of you has a polymorph spell or some kind of that?
Don't have a Bayful polymorph. Got level 4 polymorph.
I'm not exactly sure how this works, but I remember that some kind of spell changes the size and, that suddenly horse can become something smaller.
I'll look it up.
I'm just, saying that there are possibilities, but I'm really interested how you will tackle the problem of the horse.
Well, we will find a way. We've got 2 good spellcasters, and we should be able to find a way to magic the horse. No, 3 good spellcasters, but the bard is not good at transmutation spells, is he?
Yeah, bard knows spells.
No, but the bard's good at things like illusions and enchantments, not transforming stuff.
Okay.
But I think together, I'm going to build a spell book, but I think this is an okay plan. Besides, we don't even have to decide before the first session next week, because we can go to Fort Tyre first, and we'll do that in game, won't we?
Yeah.
Of course, if you wanna.
Can do it at the end of this session, even.
Well, if nothing happens at Fort Tyre.
We can end this session when you arrive at Fort Tyre and begin your preparations.
Okay, fine. That's great. That's a good place for us to finish up.
So I'm guessing that I have somebody's I can hear myself in somebody's else, like, never mind. Okay, now I don't hear it. Okay, so I'm guessing that you plan this and you say to head cleric and captain of the watch that you will do this. And before you ask, like Robert says that this is pretty dangerous stuff and he's not sure he might be able to give you enough gold, but he's guessing that these watches might have something interesting of them, so anything you will find is yours and you will get.
Well, of course it is. We're going to rob it off them.
Yeah, of course. There's no but I'm guessing if you need something more like potions and scrolls, I'm not sure if you get everything you want from the magic shops. As you know, we don't have anything. The magical items tend to be not exactly out of character. Basically, higher level potions or scrolls tend to be hard to get.
Yeah, that's annoying.
And so he before you go to Fort Tyre, he will give you 1,000 gold pieces per head. So you might buy stuff for your preparations to.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
To buy potions, scrolls, and to be prepared, because he really wants you to complete this mission. What you wanna you will really do a good thing if you decimate this threat to.
Well, no, we're on a quest, man.
They'd probably pretty much put the war on hold for a while, anyways.
No. I've actually, this has been my first session, but I've really enjoyed it. So I'm very much committed to the quest now.
Okay, that's good to hear. Okay, so if you don't have any more questions, any more preparations...
question. Could I somehow convince a shopkeeper to part with 3,000 gold I have and a little to get a rhino hide? Because I kind of need it because I charge all the time, pretty much. So I just buying a thing.
Rhino hide, he might get it, but he doesn't have it right now. It will take time to prepare and...
Oh, I tell you what, if we're going to storm a place, I mean, we don't have to buy our stuff now. Can we buy it before next week?
Sure, no problem.
But it's just guys, if we're going to storm a place, we might want to buy alchemical items like fire and explosives and stuff so they can, because if we can use enough sneak to get in, but once we're in, we want to trash the place as quickly as possible because they're orcs and they're not going to hold back.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
The way I see it, anyway.
Okay. So,
So,
as I said, we are ending this session as you arrive at Fort Tyre to prepare, and we will deal what you bought between the sessions or at the beginning of the next one, so that we might go straight into the action next week.
Excellent. Excellent.
That's okay with everyone?
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Also, one thing.
Yep.
If you guys ever decide to interrogate someone again, make sure you bring me. I know
Okay.
this fancy spell called Zone of Truth
Ooh, right, cool.
to make sure that they're actually telling the truth.
yeah, I use a nifty spell called cut, 1,000 cuts to make them tell me what they know.
Oh God, we're all good in this party.
Well, I'll use
I'm not.
innovation to drain the levels till